I'm John Blacher for Mydealers.ca, and today we'll take a closer look at the 1872 DC and go for a ride and show you some of the very cool features aboard. Pretty much everyone has a fairly tall Bimini, but it is nice to be able to stand up. Now getting forward, there's a little bit of work to do. A couple of zippers, a couple of snaps, but you can roll it up, and they did think about snapping this in place. Now access to the bow is not quite like a bass boat, but you do want that protection, and you will notice there's a rubber gasket running around the front window. And again, that's to help keep you dry. Now the forward platform isn't raised right up like a bass boat, but that's because this is a big water boat. And you still want to remain inside a little bit. But that freeboard will offer protection when it gets pretty rough out there. Because just because it's rough doesn't mean you're going to stop fishing. We have two fairly large compartments in the forward deck, and the first one is a massive live well. Plenty of space to keep some larger fish. And the second one is dry storage. And if you notice, around the outside there's a channel and little tiny holes drilled to allow the water to drain into the bilge. And that's just a nice little feature to help keep your gear dry and separate from the live well. And forward we have a lockable storage compartment. And it's nice to have some lockable storage in case you're at the dock for a little while. You can secure your gear. Nice. Now you might be wondering about rod storage, and while there's no rod lockers in the deck, there are two in each gunnel, and they're both capable of holding at least 4 8-foot rods. Now the Helm is relatively clean, but also very functional. You've got rocker switches for your nav lights, your bilge pump, your live wells, a few accessory switches, and of course the almighty safety horn. You've also got a 12-volt receptacle for a cell phone or anything you want to plug in, speedo, tack, fuel, and battery voltage. And to port, we have another nice lockable compartment, little baby glove box. Under both footrests, you've got another storage compartment. And all of these seat boxes open up all the way for more storage below. Every single seat box pops open like this. Can you imagine how much gear you can bring with you? And not only is there storage under all these seats, but all of these seats pivot 360 degrees. So you can point yourself in any direction that you want. And at the back of the boat, we have a really cool fish cleaning station and a hose that's powered by a Johnson pump. So if you do make a mess, you can just wash it right out and she'll go straight overboard. Now this is a beamy boat with plenty of room to move about. And the high gunnels really do offer a lot of protection. There's a cutout and a tow rail to alight a fish close to the gunnel, but I do like how wide the step is on the outside. So if you did have to run quickly forward, you could run right along the outside of the gunnels. And you can see these Pro Sportsmen have this big commercial windshield with huge glass, which offers incredible sight lines. But she's also got a pretty cool look with that checker plate at the nose. So it blends the lines between a commercial boat and what you can do with a recreational boat. It is clearly a big water boat, so it lends itself to big fish, salmon and pickerel fishing. But this boat could also be really handy as a water taxi or even a fishing guide boat. I'll tell you, driving it, it feels really solid, but I am incredibly warm and almost took my coat off twice. It doesn't matter which way we're going, into the wind, crosswind, behind, you're still very, very warm. So if you're looking for a boat of the 18-foot range, one that's versatile, one that can go offshore a ways, with a big warm console for late and early season fishing, one that can take 6 people on the water comfortably, you might want to check out the Pro Sportsman 1872 DC from Smoker Craft.